Oh god. What? George S. Patton's just gonna keep going on about this fucking mech he had made. The M1 Gladiator is the greatest mech ever made. It is based off the human body. You see, the Gundam isn't really based off the human body. It's based off an ICBM. It's an intercontinental, highly mobile weapons platform. It's merely a weapons platform. George's Patton, you have like 30 Gundam kits over there. I know, look how cool is it. It is merely a weapons platform. The Gundam's spinal structure, well, the Gundam's skeletal structure is like a stack of blocks. It's like a multi-stage rocket. Yes, a Gundam is a multi-stage rocket, basically. Now, the M1 Gladiator is based off the human body. Most of the upper half of the M1 Gladiator is empty space because the M1 Gladiator has ribs and a spine. You just make a giant ribs and a spine, you got a last mech. That's all you gotta do to make the perfect mech. Just give the mech a rib cage and a spine. That way you can access the humanoid structure. The key to the humanoid structure, the key to being bipedal, is the fact that the upper half of the body is just ribs. The upper half of your body, 2 stacks of ribs and some ham hocks if you're lucky. So, yeah, basically the upper half of the human body is just air. And that's the kind of the technique we use to make the M1 Gladiator. The M1 Gladiator has no internal weapon system. All the weapons are external. The M1 Gladiator is built purely for melee. Doesn't even have a jetpack. Doesn't even have a fucking armor. You have to put a goddamn giant bulletproof vest on the M1 Gladiator. And the M1 Gladiator, the face of it kind of looks like with those weird gladiator masks that kind of look like diver masks that have the multiple eye ports. Because basically, the M1 Gladiator is built purely for melee, whereas the Gundam is built for ridiculous goddamn firepower. The Gundam is a gun. The M1 Gladiator is a giant humanoid robot. Gladiator. Built purely for melee. You can strap a giant jetpack on there. You can strap a fucking giant bulletproof vest on that shit. Give him a giant spaz. There you go. Just have a giant humanoid robot with humanoid arms and legs and bone structure, but thousands of times bigger, and you have the kneecaps made of asbestos. Asbestos kneecaps is the breakthrough that's going to make giant robots. If you have the giant robot have asbestos kneecaps, you can contradict the problem. Yes, they're going to have 300 pounds of asbestos in the kneecaps of each robot. You can contradict the problem of a giant fucking bipedal robot with thousands of pounds on it. That kneecap on a giant robot is going to fucking withstand up to 200,000 pounds of fucking force easy. And then they're moving at Mach 3 speeds and landing? Get the fuck out of there. That's like 800,000 pounds of fucking tons of force on a fucking kneecap. You can't fucking fly around at Mach G speeds with a robot with fucking giant robot kneecaps. They're gonna fucking fly off like fucking when you break off a fucking chicken dinner. But now that I think of it, was it now a patent? Now that I think of it, maybe they did think it through with the Japanese. Maybe they did think it through with the. Yeah, I'm just gonna call Gundam the Japanese magnum opus. Maybe they did think it through with the Japanese magnum opus, because the Gundam, if you notice, the top half of the Gundam is scaled down in size. The arms are scaled down in size compared to the leg. Like, it's not that the top half of the Gundam is lighter, it's that the top half of the Gundam is scaled down in size to be lighter. How we say George S. Patton? I only guess waste as Alfred Hitchcock. And no more. Give me a minute here. Right, we're talking about Gundams. We're talking about the probability of a giant upright humanoid structure on two fucking knees. We're talking about the probability of a pair of knees withstanding a structure that's just 700 tons. And you know, most of the Gundam weigh like 148 tons, but still. 148 tons times 3 would be the force impacted on the knee of a Gundam. The Gundam weighs 148 tons times 3. That's like 440 tons of force on each kneecap. And just... yeah, asbestos kneecaps. You just do the asbestos pads and the brake calipers. You just have car brake calipers as the fucking robot kneecap. You solved all the damn problems. Auto class. Brake calipers. That's how you make fucking giant robots, baby. I need to water down this red wine. So... hey, I'm a 90s guy. I play half-white too. I got my P90. And my Spaz. And my Uzi. And my 22. James Hetfield gets a... James Hetfield, well, we'll just give you the news in form of barbershop quartet a la Megadeth. You have AIDS, you have the AIDS, not HIV, you're full of AIDS. I'm sorry to say it's something quite serious. Not HIV, but full of AIDS. Not HIV, but full of AIDS. You have the AIDS. You have the AIDS. So here's the reason John Wick holds the fucking gun at an angle like this. So you're trying to bend the gun down to go over here. That's gonna dig into your chest. You have the gun at an angle like this. It's way smoother. So we have the gun up to our chest like this. Fly up to our chest like this. Straight upright. And we try to turn around. It feels stiff. But we turn it sideways, and we try to check it on this corner. So yeah. Like, I'm trying to get out this position when it's upright, and it just doesn't feel right. I tilt it at an angle. So yeah. Dude, Goku and Vegeta are strong enough to just have a pair of 60 calibers and just be like, fucking Vegeta could just hold a fucking 60 caliber Browning machine gun and just hold it up to Goku's face like, man, Goku, if you don't give me my $2, I'm gonna blast you, fool. And Goku's got an anti-tank gun, he's just holding like a pistol. Man, I'm gonna blast you, fool. And you have fucking Goku and Vegeta shooting stuff with their anti-tank gun and fucking anti-tank cannon and Trailer Park Boys. When Stephen Hawking passed, I had this sudden craving for tequila. I just passed the next 2 days with tequila, and it was just the weirdest days. And I was playing Bloodborne, and I had the weirdest stuff, like, what if Stephen Hawking is in the Bloodborne Night Realm universe, and he's one of the fucking, it's like multiple eye scholars, like the weird eye scholars that you can run into that room of, it's a chalice dungeon, Nightmare Realm, but there's like a building in the Nightmare Realm, and there's like a bunch of scholars, and you just slay them, and you just get a shitload of points out of it. You get 1,000 points to slay, 1,000 points to play through. Yeah, Stephen Hawking, Bloodborne universe. Just slay that shit, just become invincible.